And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Covert Action is a party game very much along the lines of Werewolf. It's a spy game in which you're trying to figure out who the other spies are. Played with the right group of people, this game is hilarious. Yes, I will say straight up here that if you play this game with a group of people who don't have a lot of interaction and are more willing to move pieces around on the board and kind of just look at each other, it's going to fall flat. It's going to be one of the worst games I've ever played. But you play with talkative, outgoing people, and this game is hilarious. Let me show you how it works.
You can play with quite a few players in this game, I think up to 18, but I'm going to talk about what I consider to be the optimal arrangement, which is with 6 players, although I think 8 players is about as fun also. When you play with 6 players, you have 4 cards for each team, the green and the red team, and you will shuffle these cards up together, and each player is going to get one. But before we do that, let me point out the different roles in the team. You have the sniper. Now, the sniper is probably the most important person on the team. The sniper is trying to figure out who the opposing sniper is. If they do so, they would shoot, they just point at them and say bang. If they do that, the person they shot reveals their card. If they are the sniper, they win. This green team person would win. If they are not the sniper, well, then the other team wins. Okay, well, let me shuffle these up a little bit and we'll show you. Basically, what you'll do is you'll take one of each color out of the game, and then you will deal these cards out to the players. And they know what team they're on, but they don't know what their role is. They can look at their role secretly. Well, let's show the roles here briefly so you can see a little bit about how they work. So the sniper is trying to shoot the enemy sniper. So in this instance, red is trying to shoot green, and green is trying to shoot red. They're trying to figure that out. Or they can shoot the mole on their own team. So say here, for example, red, if they can figure out that this red person is the mole on their team, because the mole is a traitor, and they shoot them, they also win. And when in doing so, let's say the red team shoots the red mole, then this red player wins, this red player wins, and the green mole wins because he was on the red team all along. Now there's bodyguard guards, which is this one here. He's simply there as a distraction. He's trying to get someone to shoot him. Shoot me, shoot me, shoot me, because if you shoot the bodyguard, well then you lose. And then there's the cleaner character. He's kind of a mix between the sniper and the bodyguard. The cleaner is a sniper if there is no sniper on his team, and he's a bodyguard if there is. So if we look here at the green team, in this instance, the green guy is a bodyguard because there is a sniper in the game. However, let's say there was no sniper, then the cleaner becomes the sniper. And again, the round ends when someone points at someone else and says bang. At that point, each player who has won, if you're on the winning team, will draw a card from this Covert Action deck, and you get a letter. Woohoo! A P. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get plan, which builds a nice secret plans for a submarine. The first person to do that is the sole winner of the game. If no one has won after a round, you deal out the rolls again and you continue to do so. Now the game adds extra roles. There's the saboteur, who is trying to take out the opponent, and they have some special rules involving him. And there's even a third color, blue, which you can throw in the mix, so you can have 3 teams. There's an extra bodyguard for each team that you can throw into the mix too. And so there's a lot of different roles, a lot of different things going on. But like I said, I'm kind of happy with just the 6-player mix. How do you play the game? Well, it starts as soon as someone says go, and as soon as someone points, the game is over. So the game could take a round could take a second, or it could take a little bit longer as players talk to each other, lie to each other, bluff one another, try to figure out who is the sniper, and there's just lots of different finger pointing and laughing, and eventually someone shoots somebody else.
This game is very similar in feel to Are You the Traitor from Looney Labs, and I think the same group of people are going to like it. I mean, you sit there at first and everyone's kind of nervous, what do I say? And you watch people, though. You watch people very carefully because the sniper is kind of darting around, trying to figure out who the other sniper is. And the traitor might act a little bit nervous because he's on the wrong team. The bodyguard might be a little bit more bluffing. You know, you watch people's moods change. And for me, I find it very entertaining. The getting the plan cards, well, that's kind of just a way to keep score. You don't even have to do that, I suppose. That part I kind of find a little bit superfluous because you could win 16 times and get, you know, a whole bunch of P's and L's and no A's or N's. That's okay. But just the aspect of playing, it's very fun, very light, but everyone has to be outgoing and involved and pointing back and forth. The same group of people who like Werewolf, the same group of people who like Are You the Traitor, they're going to enjoy this game. And so bring it out with the right group of people and you are going to have a blast. I very much enjoy it in that setting. Probably just by watching this review, you can tell if you're going to like the game or not. I recommend it for people who want to have a very party style, back and forth bluffing, anything goes type of game.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.